Hey everybody, welcome back to Thingee's Tech Talk, where we talk about all things tech. I'm Jeff Bromley.
And I'm Rob Barra, and today we're actually not talking about anything tech.
No,
well, sort of.
No,
it's tech adjacent.
Yes, it's why companies like Thingee exist.
Yes, and why you should work with a company like Thingee, other than because we're nice people and we have kids in college and approaching college age.
Yes.
Which helps. Please.
A lot of people get Thingee confused with some of the departments that work for our clients, as well as some of the other partners that work for our clients. And we're here to kind of explain where we fit and how we play with those other partners and why this is important to you. So a lot of times we'll get confused with one of our clients' IT departments.
Right. Well, we're not IT.
No,
and that's
we're not
the important
IT.
thing. And IT isn't necessarily what a tech partner would do either. IT departments typically have totally different missions in their organizations. They're more about managing, tech support or creating accounts or, implementing corporate security policies, that kind of stuff. Whereas we're more focused on the expertise and the work of maintaining, web presence for your company as far as those things are concerned. And also, from a technology perspective, most companies, and especially IT departments in pharmaceutical companies. Let's face it, pharmaceutical companies famously conservative.
Yes.
And not interested necessarily in investing in emerging technology and those kinds of things. But that's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Here we are a year after the launch of the Apple Vision Pro, and who had them first? Right here on our Tech Talk.
Exactly.
Video. We should have brought those out for today.
Oh, well, mine's sitting upstairs.
Yeah, mine's at my house.
But that's a value that we're providing in looking at that new and emerging tech to understand whether it's something that people want to make an investment in or not. Right. In this case, Apple Vision Pro, I think there are limited use cases, but again, that was something that we were researching out of the gate. We were researching other things like artificial intelligence and augmented reality, and
we were doing VR 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was, it was good. It was effective. It was immersive. And the technology is even better now, which is the great thing about it. So,
yeah, but kind of getting back to how we work and play with your partners like IT or with your partners like your agency of record or other media companies that we have to work with, we kind of sit as I don't want to say a hub, but we are connected to all of those other partners, helping them bring the tactics and strategies that our clients set forth to life. And our client isn't relying on just one vendor to get that taken care of. They're relying on someone like us to help them set up the systems and implement for longevity.
Right. Yeah, I've always referred to it as more of a governance model. One of the things that's important when you're onboarding a new agency or even onboarding a new employee or a partner, with your own team, understanding kind of what the landscape is like in your own business for how you do these things, what the process are, how do you buy a domain name, who should be doing these things. It's important to have rules set up around that. Otherwise, things happen like your company's corporate intellectual property attorney will be sending emails to your agencies saying, why are you infringing on our trademarks and stuff like that. It's helpful to have a partner and having consistency in those things too, so that you kind of know what you need to do and what's been done before is kind of helpful.
Yeah. One of the other things that's really important, especially sitting in this role between all of these agencies and partners, is having the expertise, understanding what needs to go into this and understanding where the pitfalls are. Many years ago, we had lots of clients that had one of their other partners buy the domain, buy the hosting, and then they parted ways with them. And then shortly thereafter, they're like, we need to update the website. What do we do?
Right.
And these are some challenges that we've come across. It's one of many, but it's an example of things, best practices to have from a corporate perspective and more from a marketing perspective as well.
Right. Well, and websites nowadays, nothing is really one and done. There are too many concerns with cookie compliance and regulatory concerns or ADA compliance.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of different laws and frameworks that are in place now that people need to be mindful of. And a website that maybe your company hired somebody to build a website 8 years ago, and that website's just kind of still hanging out there. I mean, you're still responsible for it. Mm-hmm. So you've got to be careful about those things. And it's helpful to have somebody that has sort of the big picture look at all of those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's been helpful and informative for you on where a company like Thingee can fit into your tech work streams, partner with your partners, as well as partner with your internal stakeholders to make sure you get the best bang for your buck on your digital projects.
So for this episode of Tech Talk, I'm Jeff Bromley.
And I'm Rob Barra. Stay safe out there.